of course, got its own little story there. And Empire versus MVP Hot 6. Let's start talking about CDEC versus eHome.
Rematch.
Rematch indeed. I mean, this one, one of the more recent ones, of course. Does the rematch really play into this, though?
So just to specify, with rematch, we mean the rematch of the finals of the qualifiers.
Right,
correct.
yes.
Yeah. So these were the two top teams in the China's qualifiers. Most people deemed that neither of them would have a really good shot at this event or at placing high. I think a couple of people were saying CDEC actually could make a big upset and be really good. So, for example, LD, so good prediction. Going into this, I think history is not important. I think eHome were just stronger in the qualifiers by far. In this tournament, CDEC has maybe been the team that has improved the most over the last month and a half. It's actually been incredible how far they've come so far. If they can keep up their high level of play, I think they're the favorites going into this one, whereas in the qualifiers, most people just said eHome will win the finals of that one. So that alone just shows how much better they've become.
Winter, what do you think about just these two teams matching up?
I think that eHome has also improved their game in the past couple of series, so I definitely agree that CDEC they look more like the favorite coming into this match, and they look much more stable and stronger than eHome in general in all their games. But I wouldn't count eHome off because they've been improving as well, and they are both Chinese teams, so they're going to understand each other very, very well. And who knows? Anything can happen, but slight edge to CDEC.
Yeah, and Dakota, any thoughts on your end?
I think it's going to come down a lot to the early game. CTY is a very gifted mid laner, and I'm very anxious to see that mid lane matchup. But then also if how the off lane is going to go for eHome. They have ROTK.
That's what we always talk about, how the off lane is going to go for eHome.
So
they have ROTK.
On the other side, you have aggressive, and he could punish ROTK if he just does too many ROTK things. So.
There you go. I mean, I'm glad you guys brought up ROTK. Again, we're talking about eHome possibly making a sudden run in the very last day to possibly first place in Group B. You guys are saying ROTK matters a lot for eHome in-game. At the same time, of course, out of game, of course, it's going to matter. eHome making a run for TI5. Let's take a look at ROTK's story alongside eHome coming into TI5.
小时候嘛，就是自己比较叛逆，然后自己性格其实很活泼。
一会儿抢着了，一会儿爬拉起了，三跑两步跑，那也把他找不到，又跑到游戏厅。
然后有一群人，大概比我年长10岁左右。有一次他们在玩一个 RPG 地图，就是那个时候的 Dota 1，他们9个人，当时少一个，然后就因为认识我，就叫我一起。我说我不会，他们说没事，你不会，我们教你。他们当时就让我选个宙斯，说你就玩这个英雄，一直跟在我们后面垫着一个。我说好好好，然后我就玩，完了之后